And we are live. Thank you for staying with us throughout. And if you're just joining, you missed out on the first conversation where we were talking about internet governance. And this is important because we have faced a lot of issues as a country with the internet. Speak of internet shutdown, speak of cybercrime issues, speak of surveillance and many other things. So now you know when you talk about internet governance, this are actually things that affect you and you can be a part of. Now we shift gears a bit and we want to talk about money matters. Have you heard about Forex trading before? Well, have you tried out Forex trading before? And for this particular conversation, we're going to talk to a lady who's in this space, and she's going to give us the 1, 2, 3s if you're interested in joining and why it is a good thing to actually invest in. So I am joined by Faith Gathoni, and she is a pioneer of women in Forex. That is Women in Forex Kenya. She's also a Forex trader, an educator, a mentor, and a community builder. And she's very passionate about educating women in this space. Karibu sana, Faith.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure being here.
Glad to have you with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Right. Tell us a bit about you being a pioneer of women in Forex.
So I'll just start by introducing myself. My name is Miss Gathoni. People refer to me as FX with Gathoni across all social media platforms. I'm a Forex trader here in Kenya. 2 years of experience now. I've been trading for the longest, and Forex is a really good field that one can invest in. I mean, it's all about the money at the end of the day. Yeah? We're all trying to make something, trying to make ends meet. So I think people are really embracing the online space where you can be able to easily earn from the comfort of your home. You can be able to make something for yourself. And yeah, I will tell everyone to start trading. I don't know why you're not trading. Have you ever tried Forex?
I've not tried before, so maybe I will after this conversation.
It's a really good field to invest in.
Okay, wonderful. And why is it that you're passionate about women in Forex?
It's not only, I don't only teach the ladies, I teach everyone in general. Okay. But you find that when it comes to the Forex space, to the online space, you find that for us ladies, we are a little bit behind kidogo, yeah? So we're just trying to give back to the society, to at least to help one of our own, so that at least we can have more ladies in the industry, so that they can be able to know that up online you can really make something for yourself.
And how is it for you being a woman in Forex?
It has challenges. There are so many ups and downs, but I will say it's there is so many opportunities, because you find there is that gap to be filled, yeah. Because every time you're a lady and you are really trying your best, I think people do acknowledge that, and you find that it's so easy to get good opportunities, and people are really supportive. Except sometimes that there are some challenges here and there, but I think in every industry there are so many challenges.
Okay, so we want to understand what Forex trading is about. Let's start with that. What is Forex trading? Because some people confuse it with stock trading, and some people think that Forex is also a scam. So maybe you can help us understand it.
So basically, Forex trading is about speculating the value of one currency against another one. So we have different currencies. We have like maybe the euro against the United States dollar. So for me as a Forex trader, my role is to speculate whether the value of one currency will rise against another one. For example, we have the euro against the United States dollar. So if I speculate, if I've done my analysis and I feel that euro will gain in value against the United States dollar, I will buy that currency pair. When I'm correct, I end up making money. If I'm wrong, I end up making a loss. So you have to learn the process of analyzing the market, knowing how the market moves, everything, the basic things. You know, this is a business like any other, just to start with. This is a business. You have to give it your time. You have to practice. You have to really learn. You have to know how the market works, everything about it, because it's not just about the currencies. You have to understand what are the fundamental factors affecting that currency pair, things like inflation and so on and so on. So it's just basically you speculate the value of one currency against another one. When you're correct, you make some profits.
Oh,
Yeah, and when you're wrong, you
make a
you
loss.
make some loss. And there's a topic called risk management, where you can be able to control how much you're losing in a single trade, so it minimizes your potential losses. Every business has losses, right? So you can be able to minimize the losses that you're making in a day.
Okay. How did
Yeah.
you end up in Forex? What drove you there?
I think from the word go, I've always wanted to have to make something. Yeah. So initially, I was doing the online academic writing in that space, but during that time, there was a lot of is I think 2022 the end of 2022, starting 2023, I think the business died, and then that's when I started Forex. I knew about Forex from the word go. I knew it existed. When I was in high school, I'd seen my brother try to do it, so I knew there is Forex, and I could see people are making money, so I was very confident that there is money there. So I think it's all about the interest, because no one really pushed me to do it. I just started on my own.
You just went to learn. Did you go to school to learn it? Did you just teach us? Was it self-taught? How did you get to become the person that you are now in Forex?
Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but when I was starting, I didn't have that money to go to school and all that, yeah. So I had to, mine was self-taught. I really learned on my own. I made so many mistakes because, you know, it's involving money, yeah. It's a new field. There's so much to learn. There's so much confusion in between. So it was very hectic in the beginning, but eventually it's all about consistency. Everything now started to become clear, and yeah, I've done it on my own. I wouldn't say there is someone who taught me like this
Okay.
is, but you find that it's a long way, but that is what I could do at that time.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the opportunities that are presented by Forex trading? And because we know, as you've said, like any other business, there are risks. What are the risks that it also presents?
For opportunities, one, it's a very, very good field to invest in. This is a skill, yeah. This is a skill that you can pass on to anyone, and it only takes time when you're learning. You just take a lot of time when you're learning, but when you understand the whole concept and when you understand everything around it, it becomes really easy. Because, for example, if I'm trading, yeah, I'll just wake up early in the morning, do my market analysis, mark my zones where I want to buy, where I want to sell, and then I just chill the whole day until the market does that. And you find that, especially in these economic times, yeah, it's a really good field that someone can try to invest, because you find that I do teach people, and most of my students are actually people who are employed. So you find that they want to at least have an extra source of income, and it doesn't take too much of your time. It takes time learning, but after you have understood the whole thing, it doesn't consume, it's not time consuming when you are now actually doing it, comparing to maybe a corporate job where you have to be there 9 to 5. Yeah, in trading you just come, analyze your market, and then that's it. You wait for the market to maybe get to your zone, you execute, and that's something that you're doing wherever you are. So it in short, it gives you the financial freedom to do whatever you want, anywhere you want, and yeah.
Okay. And then what are the risks?
The risks are, if you don't have proper knowledge about the markets, how they work, you can easily lose your money. Yeah? You're a human being, there is greed. There is the psychological part of trading. You're dealing with money. This is a business. And for example, you maybe fund your account $200. You can easily lose that money because you don't have the right knowledge on how to execute the markets, on what you're trading, and so on. So you find that so many people end up losing money. Actually, when it comes to profitability in Forex, very few people are very profitable. Very few people can tell you, I rely on Forex fully. Yeah, It's very few people can tell you their source of income only is forex. Why? Because it requires a lot of learning, because this is a skill, this is a field you're investing in, so you have to do your research. It requires a lot of time. You have to learn, you have to understand the most basic thing about, for example, in just like in any other business, if you're opening a shop or anything, you have to invest, know the suppliers and all that. So even in forex, you have to understand, so you can easily lose your money. Another thing, as you said, scammers. It's very, very easy to come across scammers. For example, if someone can go to my TikTok, you find there's so many TikTok accounts, and those are just people who are trying to scam people in the media space.
The ones that use your name but not your real
Yeah,
account.
yeah, and there's so many challenges, but most of the biggest one is losing money because of lack of proper knowledge on how the markets work. Yeah.
Okay. For someone who's starting in forex, what's the initial investment? What's the list that you can put in?
I wouldn't say a certain figure, because I mean, my list is not your list, right? We are in all different spaces. So I usually tell someone that when you're starting, don't start big and don't start small, yeah? Just have a reasonable amount of money that you can easily make a small portion, because you're just trying. You're learning, you're evaluating yourself. How is my strategy? How, whatever I've learned, how am I implementing it? How am I executing? So don't start too big. For example, you find that someone hasn't done the research about forex, and then they just go put 100K and then they lose it, and then they come back and say forex is a scam. And there's someone who can easily even start with maybe 10,000 or even 5,000 and grow it slowly, because why? They have the skill. They can easily grow because they have that skill. So it comes back to the skill. That is what helps you a lot, because with skill, capital will never be an issue. You can easily grow any capital.
Okay. So you can, there's no minimum amount that is there, that is set, that you need to have this for you to start. So it's totally dependent on you and your skill level. So if you're still new at it, then you just put a reasonable amount that you can slowly grow as you and then as you grow, you can add the amount, right?
Yeah, and then there's the compounding interest, where as you're growing, you see, as you're practicing, as you're trading, your experience also increases. So everything starts to go, even your capital, because you're now starting to become profitable. So even your capital increases and increases.
Okay, so great. I will just sample a few of the comments, because we had engaged our viewers on this particular topic. And so tumekuuliza on our socials, unaonaje biz ya forex kama side hustle, umeona benefits au problems gani nayo? And so someone is saying, let me just get it, a lot of you have tuned in, we appreciate you. Kuna mtu Duncan anasema beshte yangu anaifanya but simu anatumia, siwezi fikisha hata pesa nusu ya hii yangu, then screen imepasuka kama ati amefanya hiyo forex for long. Sijaelewa hiyo pati ya mwisho. Since my friend wa forex, so ni mwingine aniombe chwani ya jaba, sijashughulika nayo. Okay, so Faith will tell us about that. And who else has, let me see which other comment I can sample for this. Freddie asema waiting kusikiza maoni ya watu about forex. Mimi sijai jaribu, watching from Nairobi. Freddie, I hope you're also listening into this conversation. Maybe it will give you more clarity. And a lot of you others saying tuned in. So I'm trying to figure out what Duncan means. So ati simu anatumia, siwezi fikisha hata pesa nusu ya hii yangu, haizi fikisha or something. So I don't know that there's a myth around it, or there's something around it that people in forex are struggling even financially, because huyu mwenye amesema aliombwa 50 bob ananunua java akasema hizi jaribu forex. So tell us about it. What could be the problem?
People are struggling. I've said that when you don't have the right skills, you can easily lose your money. You find that people, and then there's something called discipline, yeah? You can take your rent to pay to do forex. You take your whole rent and then you put it there, and then you don't have the skills, and then you expect to double or triple it overnight. Yeah, people don't understand that forex is a process. It doesn't come overnight. It's a whole process of learning and so on. So it doesn't happen overnight, and that is what people don't understand. So it's very easy for that, for you to borrow even your friend money and you put it and you lose it all, yeah, because you don't have the knowledge. So I usually tell people, first invest in the knowledge, yeah, and then from there everything will fall into place.
Okay, so that's clear enough for, I think, Duncan, who was saying the friend has a terrible phone yet he's trading with forex. So ni hapo maybe probably kwa education ndo ako invest on the knowledge bit of it.
Time kidogo.
Ama mpatie time labda ndo ameanza.
Yeah.
How long does it take for you to, before you even get to how the trading happens and everything, how long does it take for you to start getting interest?
It depends with the person, how consistent you are. Yeah? Remember, this is a learning process. So for example, whichever platform you're using to learn, if it's Mentor, if it's YouTube, whatever you're using to learn, it depends on how consistent you are and your understanding and your discipline and your how much are you putting in. Yeah, you find that right now it's not that very hard to learn forex like in the early days. You find like I usually meet up with people who maybe started forex way 2016. During that time, they had to like get mentors from other countries so that they can teach them, because this is a new thing. We initially, even here in Africa, we are trying to embrace. For example, South Africa is one of the countries that has really embraced forex. So even Kenya, we are somewhere, we are trying to embrace it compared to other countries. So considering it's something that has come and it's growing, yeah, so I think it comes back to how consistent you are. And right now, everything is easily accessible. If you need information, there are mentors. Even there are schools where people teach forex. There is YouTube, there is online where you can research everything. So it depends with how consistent you are and how much you want it.
Okay.
Some people take even, you see, a long time ago, not long time ago, people have this notion that you have to take 3, 4, 5 years so that you can understand forex, yeah? And there is another person who can easily become profitable within the first year, yeah? It all depends with the person and their approach. Yeah.
So when you put, take us through the process of trading.
Yeah.
You've said it's one currency over the other, and you predicting which will be above the other, right?
Yeah.
Which one will earn above the other. So now, take us through that whole process of trading.
So you create a trading account, yeah. There is a broker. A broker is an institution, it's not a person. So we have a platform where you usually trade with. You can trade with the MT5. So under MT5, that is like an app.
Broker.
No, that's an app. Just like the way we have which app? It's just an app, and then there is a broker. So MT5 is used worldwide. Even people in Canada, people in Australia, they are all using the MT5. And then because we can't access, we need to have an account where we can fund our money so that we can link it to our MT5. That is where now the broker comes in. We have different brokers such as FX Pesa and so on and so on. So you create a trading account with them. When you create a trading, so we are assuming you've learned the whole process of trading. You know the risk, you know everything about it, you know what you're supposed to do. So you create a trading account. When you create a trading account, you link it with the MT5. When you link it with the MT5, now when you fund money, it directly reflects to your MT5. So in the MT5, that is where now you do all the action. You maybe, for example, there are people who prefer, I do my analysis in TradingView. You find that TradingView is the same as MT5. It's just that it's not locally available to us. It's for those countries which are more developed. So our brokers are not directly in TradingView. So you find that we have to use the MT5, which is a very good one. When you just open it, there is a section where you can see your currencies, the quotes, where you can see maybe if you are trading the euro. We have so many currencies. We have the major and the minor. So if you're using the major are the ones that have the dollar in it. You know, like the dollar affects everything. If something right now is happening to the dollar, it will, in one way or another, it will come and affect us. So there is the major currencies which have the dollar in it. For example, the euro USD, the pound against the dollar, we have the USD card. So you have to understand the pair that you're trading. Then you go select. There is what we call lot size, the one that you'll use. The lowest is the 0.01, where lot size plus the pips. You see, for example, if you move from here to here, you measure it in terms of kilometers. So the movement in price, is measured in terms of pips. And then in pips, so pips times the lot size is equals to the amount of money you will earn. And most of these accounts are in dollars. So for example, if you make $10, that's almost 1,200, yeah? If you make $50, you multiply, and then so when you earn, it will directly reflect to your trading portal account. That is where now you do the withdrawals, and then it directly comes to your M-Pesa.
Okay.
So there is a process where you have to wake up, you have to analyze, you have to understand the sessions you're trading. We have like different sessions because globally the way the times are different. So we have like the Asian session. Most of us in our local time here in Kenya, it's always at night, and that's the slowest session because two-thirds of the whole world is always asleep. So that is the slowest session. Then we have the London session where the Eurozone, it's early in the morning. You know, initially Forex was for the bank, so it works best when the days are when in those countries it's during the daytime. And then we have the New York session. Most of the time it starts from 3 our local time here in Kenya. And then officially when the stock market is being opened, it's around 4:30. So you have to understand. And then there are days where we do fundamentals. Like for example, this Friday we have something called NFP. NFP stands for non-farm payroll. It's an economic data. It's released every first Friday of the month. So it's telling us, you see, apart from just the technical part where you're analyzing the market, there is the fundamental part that affects the value of a currency. For example, we have things like inflation, things like interest rate. So we have NFP. It's a very, very important data. It's released the first Friday of the month, and it tells us about the number of jobs that have been created. So that Friday we will be trading fundamentally. We know that they are fundamental. So we'll do our analysis, enter into the market, then the market really moves. So we have said pips times the lot size is equals to the amount of money that you will make. So you can easily flip during fundamentals, you can easily flip even maybe $100 to 200 or even 500 to 1,000 within a span of 3 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, that is how much the market really moves. Of course, it's not every time that the market really moves in our favor, but that time that it moves in our favor, it's always a good Friday.
Okay, interesting. So when you make this kind of profit, you're able to keep it in your account and then withdraw it later once you feel like you've earned enough, or do you need to withdraw it after every interest you earn?
No one tells you when to withdraw. You just withdraw immediately, later, after, tomorrow, whichever time.
But whatever you've earned is yours. It can't
yours.
be, you can't lose that.
When you close that trade, that is the amount of money you've made. For example, if you've made $50 in that trade, that is your pure profit. There is no distributing to anyone. That's yours, pure profits.
Okay. I like it because it's interesting how it works, and it's not the what people perceive as scam. You actually need to work. You need to work at it. So Forex is scam. It's not a sham. It's not for the elite either. It's for anyone as long as you have an interest in it, right?
Yeah, like it doesn't have fast. It's not it's not for a specific gender. It's not for anyone specifically. It's just like you can do it whether you're just from Form 4, whether you are 50 years, whichever age group you are, just do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that people who are watching are able to debunk the myth that they had and get a lot of clarity around this. So let's say
Yeah.
someone joins this this month, we are
Yeah.
in October 1st,
Yeah.
and you have put in, let's say, 20,000
Yeah.
as your principal,
Yeah.
and you're very active at it, you've invested in knowledge. So from your opinion, at the end of the month, how much can they make? If every day they're trading, every day they're doing the market analysis, how much can you make?
I think there's a point you're missing. You see, every day in forex you can't predict the amount of money you'll make. You
It
can
depends with the
easily
lose also.
Yeah, it depends with how profitable you are, how the market has been. We have months where the market is just consolidating, the market is just ranging, no much movement. We have months where the market is moving. We have months that the market really favors you, and we have those months where the market really goes down. And then you can't be able to know in a day how much you will make. For example, if today I did my analysis, yeah, like yesterday in gold we were selling, today the market might be buying. I'm still biased on my sell, yeah. So I can go, I can get a loss in the market. You can't be able to predict how much money you will make. But you can track your records on how you have been consistent in the past, so that you can have, you can be able to know the likelihood of what you can be able to earn, yeah, depending on your previous experience and depending on how you've been trading in the past. So, and
you can't really tell for sure.
Yeah, one minute you can go to 100K, 1 minute you can be zero, from 20,000 to zero, yeah? It all depends.
Okay, I think that's fair enough, so you need to be open about it. Can someone, are there people who are fully into Forex? Are you fully into Forex?
Yeah, I'm a full-time trader.
100%.
Nothing else I do. I don't have any other source of income. I just trade.
Okay. So there's the opportunity. It actually makes money.
Yes,
okay.
it does.
It does. All right. Now, you said there are brokers, right? How do you know that this one is a legitimate broker?
First, they have to be regulated. Here in East Africa, we have the CMA, the Capital Markets Authority. You see, every government or every bank or every institution, they have to be regulated. Remember, they're dealing with the people's fund, yeah? They can't just do whatever they want. So they have to be regulated. Also, their customer support. When you open a trading account, they're supposed to help you throughout the process. They're supposed to be reliable. You find that there are some times where you're trying to withdraw your money, you've been trading, you've done the whole hard work, you've done everything, but when you go to withdraw your money, some brokers they have those delayed withdrawals, and then you find like they're supposed to be able, for example, when you're linking to your MT5, it's supposed to be, they can be able to give you those trading platforms, whether you prefer the MT4 or the MT5. And then they're supposed, we've talked about regulation, customer support, the market access, they're supposed to be, their customer support is supposed to be, and they're supposed to give you different ways to withdraw your money, like debit cards, M-Pesa Express, Skrill, all those platforms where you can be able to, where you can be able to withdraw and deposit.
And how do you avoid scammers? Because some people have been scammed, like you said, pseudo accounts or just impersonators.
Forex is not a scam. Let's start there. But there are scammers in Forex. You see, for example, you want to make money overnight, right? I come and tell you, hi, can you give me 100K? I'll return to you tomorrow when it's 200, yeah? And because you're very, very, oh yeah, quick money, done. You go withdraw, yeah? You send your 100K to someone, and then they disappear, yeah? You don't know that person, you've never interacted with that person, and you say what you want to make 200K. That is how people easily lose money. One thing that people are supposed to understand, there is no quick money. every hustle, every money, every dollar that you make, it has to come from your sweat. So people get scammed because they want the get rich quick scheme, the one that you easily make money overnight. Even in Forex, why people lose money, it's because they think it's a get rich quick scheme, but it's a process. Remember that you are learning how to make money, how to, I won't call it download because it's not downloading money, but you're learning how to make $1, 1 or 2, yeah. So you have to learn, you have to understand everything. People lose because they don't want to invest, they want to make money easily. I tell you, give me 100K, you easily give me your 100K. You have not even, you don't know me, you've not seen me, you've never seen me. There was a time a lady approached me. I think she reached out from Instagram, so she approached me, and then I gave her my number, we talked, and she was telling me she got scammed over 70,000, and it was her child's money, because her child was in hospital. So she thought she could easily, I don't know, she was buying a boat or something, so she thought she could easily buy that boat, make money, and be able to pay for what? For her kid, yeah. And one thing that she was not understanding, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. There's a process you have to learn. So she was trying to tell me to help her to gain back her money, but what can I do? I don't know that person. I've never interacted with that person. So I just told her, I think what I can do is I can try and give you some classes, because how can you help her? Yeah, she didn't consult, she doesn't know that person, she has never met that person. She just thought that she can easily make that money overnight. Yeah.
Okay. And you've mentioned bots. Are these robots, the robots,
The
right?
automations, yeah.
Automations, yeah, that do, what do they do exactly, and do you need to have a bot?
When it comes to Forex, we don't use bots that much, yeah. There is the binary concept where they use bots a lot. I think everything revolves around bots in binary. But in Forex, I think the sweetness comes to understanding how the market works. That is where the money lies. Understanding how the market is working and everything about the market. That is where everything comes to place. Because you make your own decision. This is your money, right? For example, a bot, it places your stop loss, your take profit, your lot size. It doesn't even look at the account size. But when you do it yourself, you can be able to easily track your own money. Yeah, you can be able, for example, when you learn about risk to reward, we usually say if you are losing $5 in a trade, you're supposed to earn $10 in that trade, so that your risk can be worth it. So if you're gonna lose $50, at least in that same trade, if it works out, you can be able to gain what? $100, yeah. So if you equate in 10 trades, right, you lose 5. That's like, assume in every trade you're losing $5, so you lose 5, you lose $50, and you gain 5, so you earn $50. When you equate, you are $25 up. Risk management. So that is something that you can easily calculate and do it for yourself compared to the bots. Yeah.
All right, wonderful. Tell us about the different trading strategies.
Yeah.
I know there's the day trading, the scalping, and another.
Yeah, I think that is different types of traders. We have the scalpers. Scalpers are those types of traders where they want to enter in the market for a very short time, 2-3 minutes. You see, right now when we are talking with you, I could be in a trade 2 minutes, made my $50 and I'm out. Yeah.
Okay.
And it requires a lot of high risk because you're targeting a small pips in the market. So you have to use a very high lot size so that you can earn more, because you're staying in the market for a very short time. Then we have the day trading. I'm more of a day trader because you can wake up, analyze your market, and then during the day you wait for your market to actualize itself. Then you enter. Then maybe you can stay 1 hour, 2 hours. So you have like good pips to catch, maybe 100 pips. You catch as the market goes. It can take 1 hour. It can take 15 minutes, it can take 2 hours or 3 hours, but at the end of that day, I have to close my trades, and then there is the swing trader. A swing trader is basically someone who, maybe for example, people, especially people who are working, who don't have time to be always in the market, they prefer to do the swing trading, where they will wake up, maybe it's Tuesday, they'll analyze their market using the weekly, they identify their zones, they enter during the 4 hours. Then if they enter their trade, for example, today is on a Tuesday, yeah, from Tuesday 9 a.m., maybe they'll get out of that trade on Friday. So they aim a very long distance, they use a very small lot size, and the risk is very minimal.
Okay, so there are those three different types of traders.
Yeah, and there is the position trader. Position trader are people who stay in the trade for months, and basically that is mostly for institutions. For example, we have large institutions. Just an example, assume we have a company, yeah, we just want to maybe earn 30% semi-annually, yeah, so we'll enter in the trade. What we look at the fundamental factors. For example, we had that time where the dollar was 168, yeah, we went down to maybe 120 something, so they assess and they see that the dollar will weaken against the Kenyan shilling, so they sell the dollar against the Kenyan shilling for the longest time until now. So them, they look at the long term.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Incredible insights, right? You're learning. And now, what would you say are the current trends in Forex trading, and what is the future of Forex trading?
I think people are really embracing the online space, as I started by saying, because this is a really good field. Assume you can, for example, when you are you're going for lunch, assume you can get a setup, take a trade as you're doing your activities, as you are hosting, as you're doing your work. You can be able to, you're earning $1, you're just checking, and then you're saying $2, $3, $5. At the end of your show, you're maybe $50 up, yeah. That's an extra source of income. And considering the financial difficulties that we are facing, yeah, in Kenya we are facing the difficulties. Everything is becoming very expensive, the life and everything. People are complaining, yeah, and that is why I think it's a really good field that people can come, people can join, people can try to learn. And remember, it's not something that you wanna do. When you start to trade, don't think of it short term. Think of it long term. This is something that you're going to do over and over the years, because once you learn, once you have the skill, you'll always do it. So what people should embrace is think of it as long term, and I really think that we are going far, because people are really embracing. I usually do live events, yeah. Maybe we go to Thika, and the whole how is it called, the whole room is full because people want to learn. We had an event where we had our Women in Forex event at Sarit Center, and we had over 300 and something ladies. People are very eager to learn. People want to understand how it works because they can see, they know the potential.
Wow, when these are ladies, you know, women are
and that
stepping out.
Yeah. So we usually go like I had, I think it's last week, but I had an event in Thika. It was for everyone. I don't just do the ladies, I do everyone, but it had a very good turn up. It was just a small one. I just said quickly on my TikTok, I'll be at Thika, and people really came through, and we learned, and we engaged a lot, and it was really good. People are very eager to learn.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I like it. Where can people get educational resources for this, and even for you, because you say you train people?
Yeah.
What does that take for someone to be a student?
I do offer mentorship. You see, no, basically, it starts with, as I told you, see, when it comes to Forex, we have free time, yeah? Why not teach people? But again, you have to get value for your time. Because I'm giving you my time, I'm teaching you something, yeah? I can easily decide to sleep the whole day because, again, I've already done my part. So I do offer mentorship. I have a group of people that I've worked with, I've trained, I've taught. I started teaching around this year, last year around September. I've taught even in a school. I've taught in Mula Forex Hub for like 4 months. Yeah, it's at Spamol. I've taught there for 4 months. I've also worked with certain brokers in mentorship and all that. So I do offer personal mentorship to everyone. If people want to join me, they can reach me in my social media. They can find me on my social media.
Okay.
I'll also give my number if people want to reach out directly. The mentorship goes for 5 weeks. Not mentorship, the training, it goes for 5 weeks. The first 3 weeks are always learning about the everything, the theory part, yeah, because when you have a good foundation and when you have good knowledge, it becomes very easy for you to apply it in the market. So you have to understand everything. We have the course outline. It's like a whole learning where we have even the course outline from beginner to advance, where we look at the basic things, everything in a flow. Maybe in the 3 weeks, I have morning classes and evening classes. I do also physical.
How long does it?
The classes go for 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes. It depends. I usually say that concentration, the good concentration of people, it goes 1 hour there. After there, you might be
Tapoteza mtu.
exactly
Yeah.
mara shand, yeah. So 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes every day, 8 to 9 in the morning and 8 to 9 in the evening. And then from there, there is what we call lifetime mentorship, where now we are starting to look at the market, to look at the actual market. Even in our classes, I won't call them assignments, but for example, if we learn about how to identify the structure of the market, if the market is buying, if the market is selling, my students have to go back in the charts during the day, identify those trends in the past, and when they are actualizing in the real-time market, screenshot and share. You find that even in my like group, people talk a lot than me because we're also engaging. You find that it's good when people engage, because in that group there are doctors, there are what, so it's a whole community. Yeah, you network, and it's a whole community, and it's people who have a common goal, who are trying to also learn about this online space and all that. Yeah.
Wonderful. I'd like you to give your final words for someone who's been skeptical for a long time about Forex trading, and for someone who has an interest in joining Forex trading, but they have been holding back because they're not too sure whether to go in or not. This is your camera.
Yeah. So if you're there, if you want to start Forex trading is the way to go online, and everything is the way to go. Think of it as a platform where you can easily and make something extra from your whatever source of income that you have, or whether you stay at home or whether you're unemployed. Think of it as an extra source of income, and remember, this is a skill. This is something that you're investing your time in. Whether you pay for mentorship, it's still an investment. You see, when you invest, there is nothing good in this world like investing in yourself.
Sure.
Investing in something that makes you good. Whether you learn Forex, whether you become profitable or not, at the end of the day, you took that step to be to work on yourself, to learn something, and that is all that matters. So when you're consistent enough and when you practice, you will be able to easily make it. And one thing, if you want to make your learning journey very short, just be consistent. Give it your all, yeah? I've never seen someone do something consistently and not make it, yeah? You just have to be consistent, get the right knowledge first, understand how the market works and all the basics, and it will be very, very easy for you. And don't get scammed. Don't send money to someone without knowing them. It's not a get rich quick scheme. You won't make money overnight, but you can eventually grow your way to the top.
All right.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Where can people get you on your socials? And you said you can share your number as well.
Yeah. You can find me on TikTok at FX with Gathoni. There are so many TikTok accounts, so ensure you're talking to the real FX with Gathoni.
How do they know it's the real one?
It's not verified. I think it's at 16K right now. I think it's exactly at 16K right now, or 16K.1. It's there. And then you can find me on Instagram at Miss Gathoni. There is ms.gathoni. You can find me there, or go Instagram, search FX with Gathoni. And you can find me on YouTube at FX with Gathoni. Yeah.
Okay.
And my number. So if you want to reach out directly, you can reach out to me through 0742 717582.
Okay, and that's purely for Forex.
Yeah,
some people would contact you for other reasons, so make sure it's purely for this particular reason. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
FX with Gathoni,
Yes.
because clearly it is your area
It is.
of expertise. Thank you so much for sharing this amazing, amazing insights. I have learned. I hope you have. We have been talking about forex trading in general, and she's a woman in forex. So if you are a lady, I hope you've been challenged. But this is also for the men who want to join. So make sure you do your due diligence before you get in on it. Get the education, the knowledge that you need before you invest, and make sure you don't get frauded as you do so. So this is where we're going to put a close on this particular conversation and even the show as a whole. We appreciate your company for tuning in all the way till 10 a.m. We don't take it for granted. And Val and Gracia will join you tomorrow. So make sure you are here. Have a great day ahead and enjoy the rest of your viewing.